Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start here is Tua. And his first look is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. Looking to pass. Tua. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm, but sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Tua. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. On 2nd down, Mostert. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time, but lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Wentz now on 1st down. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Wentz. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the red zone now, Wentz. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa, flush to his right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. Now Tua. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Tua. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua going to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Wentz. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. After the turnover, it's Tua being chased out left. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Tua now on 1st down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Mostert will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. It's a run with Mostert, and he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Wins the throw complete there to Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Wentz. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first. Now Wentz. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case,
that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Tua now on 1st down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Tua sets up to pass it. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jonathan Bostic coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd down and goal. Tua toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this
taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 56 yards. And the Dolphins are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
To throw again on second down. Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Kendall Fuller. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on it.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Commanders get a bit closer. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, My dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A toss left side for Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah,
they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. They'll get this on the screen to Mostert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon, so the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But there's ever a chance to, because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Good footwork at the 30. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They'll set up a throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That's swung out to Mostert. Oh, he shifts past him, and they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Touchdown! Tua finding his old Alabama teammate, Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
first and 10. Here's Wentz.
Going right back to Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson.
26 yards.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Here's Tua. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 29.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight.
And the Dolphins have opened the lead up to 30.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. He's got room past the 30. Now he's loose again.
The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 96 yards.
And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Wentz now on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the penalty there winds up on the offense, so obviously it's declined, and we have a change of possession. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 38.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 36. Looking to pass. Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle.
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
Heads up with your coaching staff. How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Able to connect with Dotson. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Over the middle, it's Thomas.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Gibson.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. 33, yellow.
Tua on 4th down.
And he will have a Dolphins first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On play action, here's Tua. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Wilson going to try the right side. They juked him, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Tua.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
It's a slant to Hill.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tua going to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Alec Ingold
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Throwing is Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Touchdown!
Logan Thomas
from a yard out.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Another run for Wilson on 2nd.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first down, Wentz.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida.